What is the most satisfying time you've caught someone in a lie? A stranger who stole my girlfriend's phone, went through her messages, and emailed me proof that she was cheating, complete with screenshots and chat logs. About 2 years ago, I was dating this woman who I grew quite fond of, but I couldn't shake the feeling she was manipulative. She worked at a controversial clothing store that had been making rounds on social media, and honestly held a particular satisfaction for the toxic ethos this company promoted. Always making excuses for working late, never wanting to hang out on certain nights when she claimed to be tired. Maybe I should have trusted my instincts about her character. One Friday, she randomly told me she was going to visit her friend and brother in a city about 6 hours away. I had to work and couldn't afford a weekend of partying, so I stayed home while she went out. I fell asleep that night and woke up to a call from an unsaved number. It was her, drunk, and bawling her eyes out because someone had stolen her phone. I tried to calm her down and suggested looking for it in the morning, but she was inconsolable. Hours went by before she was too exhausted to keep crying and finally fell asleep. The next day, I decided to call her phone to see if maybe a bar had picked it up. No luck, but it rang, which meant somebody somewhere had the phone on. The breaking point came when I received a bizarre email. About 20 minutes after calling her phone, I got an email from my girlfriend's account. What? The person who sent it wasn't my girlfriend, it was the person who stole the phone. They had taken the time to go through her Facebook, emails, and messages, doing some detective work out of boredom. The thief had pieced together our relationship and decided to contact me to expose what they'd discovered. They admitted to stealing the phone and said they would turn it off and wipe it at a carrier that day, but wanted to get this message out first. The email revealed she was seeing a coworker behind my back. They included screenshots of her chat logs and emails as attachments, so I wouldn't think they were just making things up. The whole thing was awkward and heartbreaking at the same time. The evidence was damning. Text conversations with her coworker about when I'd be at work so they could meet up. Messages complaining about having to lie to me about her whereabouts. Plans for their secret weekend getaway that she'd disguised as visiting family. I verified it was true by simply asking about her whereabouts on particular nights when she'd claimed to be babysitting or having a late day at work. Her stories fell apart immediately when I pressed for details. When she got back from her trip, I confronted her with the evidence. She tried denying it at first, then claimed the screenshots were fake, then finally broke down and admitted everything. She'd been seeing the coworker for 3 months. The relationship ended that day. The most satisfying part wasn't just catching her in the lie, it was that a complete stranger felt compelled to expose her deception because they found her behavior so appalling while going through her phone. I never got to thank that thieving good Samaritan who saved me from wasting more time with a cheater.